It is 124. Thank you for staying with us here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sturdivant. So I mentioned this during the 9 to 11 stream. I kind of teased it during the beginning of the stream. We have a special guest. Carlene Special. You can get excited, Carlene.
Real special.
All right, so let me
very excited.
let me lay it out here. So the newly renovated Carolina Theater has a special performance on August 8th at 7:30 p.m. with a guy who was a singer, songwriter, producer, 5-time Grammy-award winning artist. And he's going to be performing with another legendary guy, Adrian Crutchfield, who's a local guy. But the guy I'm talking about is CeeLo Green. CeeLo, it's here. CeeLo, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I got you. CeeLo, thank you for your time, man.
Of course.
My first question, man. What can folks expect from this performance? If they've never been to a CeeLo show, I know you're going to be on stage with Adrian Crutchfield, but what can they expect, man?
First of all, thank you guys for having me. And so to answer your question, you can expect, maybe a mixture of old, new, and maybe some future and beyond too, because we're on the brink of releasing new music. So I may do something special, like do something new and unreleased, or some little twists and turns and some added surprises. You just never really know. When I do my show, I like to call it radio station CeeLo Green. So no ads though. You know what I mean? Like no commercials, man. Just straight hits, all killer, no filler.
I love that. No, I'll kill it, no filler. Hey, man. So I want to go back in time, man. It's almost been 30 years since Soul Food dropped, man. I know I was introduced to you from the Dungeon Family and the Goody Mob days, man. You're from Atlanta. How did that collective influence you? And talk about the impact of a guy like Rico Wade. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to my big brother, my mentor, my shepherd, Rico Wade. He was such a key component and pivotal person in my professional and personal life. During that time, I guess I would have been considered an at-risk youth, trying to, find my way, knowing that I had a creative capacity, you know what I mean, like to rhyme and to sing and an assortment of different things, but nothing in a formal, fashion, and it was him and his generosity and selflessness that opened up his doors to his home that he resided in with his mother, God bless her soul, Miss Beatrice Wade, and then also his two sisters. And he let a host of us come and stay, and that includes myself, Big Boy Andre from Outkast, Big Rube, Sleepy Brown, just to name a few. I think there may have been 13 of us total on some occasions, more often than not, sleeping on the floor, in the home with him and his family. And Rico Wade was just a saint almost. You know what I'm saying? And a really sweet and special person. And he really set my professional life into motion, and I'm here because of his saving grace. And so I owe a large debt of gratitude to him. And of course, it was a very supportive and friendly and competitive environment, and you become a product of whatever environment, that you're dispositioned, and so yeah, so it kind of it was still sharpening skills, still sharpening steel. And yeah, and I'm grateful to the brothers too, to be around so many other talented individuals, talented in so many unique ways. And now in retrospect, we've created and contributed so much to modern culture, and especially to the culture and community of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, if you spend any time, I'm just speaking to the viewers, if you spend any time in Atlanta, you know how much Rico Wade means to that community, man. A legend, a genius. I want to ask you, man, was it always intentional for you to evolve your style over the last 30 plus years at this point, man? Because Goody Mob days, Soul Food days, style is different from what it is now.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I would definitely say it was intentional, but it wasn't deliberate. You know what I mean? Like it was a gradual process and progress. and evolution. Um, I think we had always kind of like affectionately considered ourselves to be the X-Men of Atlanta, and Rico Wade, of course, would be our Dr. Xavier, and the Dungeon was a school of exceptional youth. And so we were the mutants with the superpowers. I'm saying like normal exteriors, but exceptional interiors. Can you dig it? And so, um, I like to be a pleasant surprise, to those who are, keen and aware of me and what my ambition and what my, capacity is, and so, yeah, when I know that I've been, prompted and purposed and maybe even dared on a few occasions, yeah, I'm glad that I can rise to the occasion and show up and show out, for the sake of, the family that I represent and for the sake of, necessity, because I think that our culture and musical palette needs to be diverse and varied. And so I do things intentional for that to contribute just to kind of show and prove what's possible. Instead of impossible, I say I'm possible. Can you dig it? And so I think I've inspired many people, like with my own acts of individuality in account, So yeah, man, I do it for the people. And I'm glad that I can. And so I would say very intentional and on purpose, definitely.
My man, I dig it. But here's the thing. Check this. So we got a style icon here in our studio right now. Carlene, she's my producer. She does a great job, man. I think she got you. She might have got you beat. I don't know.
I can't touch Mr. Green's style.
She got a question for you, CeeLo.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't do it. I can't. I don't have the camera on me. But I did want to ask. Because you are such a man of style, you have never shied away from a headpiece, any sort of fabric, feathers, you name it,
Nope.
you've worn it.
Nope.
Do you have a favorite outfit among your amazing portfolio? Or maybe a favorite accessory?
Okay, so I try to make my answer short. When I was doing my first residency in Vegas, called Liberace, it was a playoff of Liberace. And the greats of that time, they were so huge, that so iconic. You know what I mean? You couldn't mistake them for anyone else, but besides themselves. Uh, I got a chance to be befriended by the Liberace Museum and Foundation, and I went over and I saw some of his artifacts that were being kept and preserved, pianos, chart music, outfits, etc. And I was like, wow, I would almost hope that some things that I could do could be important in that way, to be immortalized in that way, and someone saw it to be their duty to make sure that some of the things that I had done survived, long after, so yeah, no, I haven't been afraid of, because I was inspired by the Elton Johns, the Liberaces, the Madonnas, the David Bowies, the Sly Stones, the James Browns, the Earth, Wind and Fires, the Parliament Funkadelics and stuff like that. So I didn't really think I was doing anything new. I thought I was just doing something interesting, of a reincarnation, my best embodiment, for my generation. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of what gave me the audacity and the tenacity to do these things, because I felt like they had been done, and I felt like a lot of my idols and inspirations were still alive and well, and they were witnessing me, and I thought that it would be a homage to them, for them to see themselves come back to life in another person who was being perceived and received as a great in their own right. So that's kind of why I did what I did so confidently. But yes, I've worn everything from wigs to wedding dresses to feathers and boas and you name it. Like I've done it. Or I've tried to do it, and amazingly enough, I've taken those leaps and I've landed on my feet, and people can receive it. As a an attribute of entertainment, because that's really all that it is. You know what I'm saying? And do I have a favorite outfit? I think I would say I would I think I would say it's the Super Chicken outfit from the the Grammy performance with Gwyneth Paltrow, and I was performing "Forget You" with the Muppets. You know what I mean? And so it was inspired by Elton John performance on the Muppet Show when I was a kid. You guys should go back and check it out. It's Elton John performing Crocodile Rock on the Muppet Show. If you go back, you'll see it. And then you do an A/B. It's almost identical. And of course, Elton John himself, he was enamored. He was humbled, and he was just elated that I would honor him in that way. So there you have it.
Oh, I'm a big Muppet fan, so I know exactly what Elton John outfit you are talking about. It is fantastic top to bottom, as are you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we get you out of here, man, you from Atlanta. I mean, man, you like right down. It's like a few hours away. Charlotte's a few hours away from Atlanta. It's right down 85,
Yeah.
man. When you come to Charlotte, man, what are some of your go-to spots?
I remember there used to be a store called Boris and Natasha, and we used to go in there and check out some of the cool alternative clothing and stuff like that. So anybody who's really from Charlotte, you'll know that store. I'm not sure if it's still around. Uh, Para? What was it? Para? Oh, the wife says para. But I got family that people don't know that Adrian Crutchfield is my cousin. So he's my actual family, and I have family, man. Like, so what's up to everybody over there in the Beatties Ford area? You know what I'm saying? I have some relatives that went to Johnson C. Smith and all of that.
Oh man, we didn't know that, dude. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be a family reunion on the 8th.
You know it. You know it. I still got family. I still got family out there for sure.
Man, that's CeeLo Green, man, dude. You've been so gracious with your time. Thank you for stopping by Live Impact News. Again, you can catch his cousin, Adrian Crutchfield, saxophonist, and CeeLo Green on stage here at the newly renovated Carolina Theater, Friday, August 8th, 7:30. Buy your tickets. I got the icon pulled up right now, so I'm trying to get, once we get to a break in the show, I'm trying to get my tickets.
Yeah,
so
now we got to get our tickets.
Now we got to get our tickets. So, CeeLo, man, again, thank you for your time, man.
You're welcome, and thank you guys for the hospitality. I see y'all on the 8th. Peace.
Yes, sir. Man, amazing interview right there. CeeLo Green, man, the legend there. And now we learned something new.
We learned something
had
new.
no clue that CeeLo and Adrian are cousins.
Our cousins.
And we were trying to get Adrian on the interview. We had some stuff. I just want to be transparent. I know we were trying to get Adrian on, but we'll try to get him on at a later date if we can.
For sure.
Love to talk to Adrian. We want to put some respect on his name. He's a legendary saxophonist. Worked with Prince. Worked with a guy like Charlie Wilson, Fantasia, Anthony Hamilton, Bette Midler. The list goes on.
Biggies.
Yeah, heavy hitter. He's a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
So that show is going to be great. I mean, he shot at Beatties Ford.
Right.
Man. Okay, Johnson C. Smith gave them a shout out.
He knew what's up.
It's going to be a family. I had no
Yeah.
clue. I didn't know. We didn't know. So it came as a surprise. You learned something new.
I'm tickled pink. He's a Muppets fan because you know me. I love the Muppets.
As soon as he said
like my face is I lit up. I'm a huge Muppets fan.
Oh
so.
man, this is one of the coolest moments here on the show.
Oh, for sure.
We've interviewed some
I'm
amazing
giddy.
people.
I feel like tingly. I'm so excited.
Oh man.